Alright, Zerg friends, it's your boy Fenner, and it's time to talk about the Vetos in the new season. So, let's do this simple, right? Let's go ahead and have a look what I've vetoed. Let's go into the game here. Let's go 1v1 map preference. Oh, I didn't veto anything. Okay. So, in my opinion, this is the best map pool for Zerg in a very long time, which is why nothing is vetoed for me right now. So I'm just going to talk about the maps, and you guys can veto, if you're more strict than me. But personally, I like a lot of these maps. Habitation Station. Now, if I was going to veto one, this would probably be the one. Not too nice against Protoss with them taking the gold and doing all-ins from that. It's a really short rush distances, so ZVZs can be quite awkward on it because you've got the 9 pulls and things like that. I like to 9 pull on here as well. It's pretty much the only map that I 9 pull on, so that's kind of why I keep it open. And ZVT, it's okay in ZVT. It's because of the rush distance, it can be quite awkward with some timing attacks, but generally it's perfectly fine. But the reason why this map is bad is because of the gold in ZVP. So if you were playing a Protoss in a tournament, I definitely recommend vetoing this on this current map pool. And other than that, just the rush distance makes timings quite a bit stronger, so a lot of aggressive strategies are stronger on this map. So King Sejong Station LE, this map is fairly long. It's not huge, but it's longer than a short map, so no timings are incredibly strong. 9 pull is holdable with a hatch first and things like that. And overall, this is a pretty solid map from what I've played of it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not super strong for any race. It's pretty nice for Zerg because you've got those rocks where your mid-game timings, like your roach attacks, your 3-base roach attacks against Terran and Protoss are really strong. There's a lot of wide open areas. Creep spread is kind of awkward on here, which makes it kind of difficult, but other than that, the bases are laid out nicely. You can control everything. Mute is nice. Nothing really wrong with it. Overgrowth LE. A lot of people complained about this map because they thought it had a tiny rush distance, but the rush distance isn't that small compared to last season where we had Polar Knight, Daedalus, and Yonsu. It's bigger than all of those, I think, if I remember correctly from the map sizes article that I did. And it's nice versus Protoss. It's nice versus Terran. Reapers aren't that good on it, and that's one thing that's common with a lot of these new maps is that Reapers just aren't that good because there's not much of a cliff into the main base, so that makes it really nice for playing gasless openings in ZVT. In ZVP, it's kind of nice for them taking a 3-base, but if you take the 3rd base out here in the front, it's really easy to hold all-ins and things like that. I'm not sure how the golds are going to come into play yet. Protoss can't really take them though, like they can on Habitation Station, and Terran can't really fly to them either, so I'm not sure how they're going to come into play. They definitely don't seem to be significant at the minute, but I'm sure some strategies will pop up with the use of the gold. But because there's a massive area around it, you can't wall it off, which means if you scout it, you should be able to kill whatever goes to the gold quickly. Then we've got Merry-Go-Round LE. A lot of people don't like this map. I don't have a problem with it much at all. The 4th base is hard in ZVT because if you take this one on the cliff, let's say you're in these positions, then they can come and siege you up on it. But if you take this one, you're really close to them. And if you take that one, it's just really awkward. But it's okay. Like, it's nice for 3-base. It's good for attacking into them because you get nice wide concaves. The middle is fairly spread out. Creep spread's nice and easy. And yeah, it's just a nice map. There's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. The 4th place might become something that I don't like too much, but up till now, it's okay. Altazim, I don't particularly like playing on this map. The only reason I do play it is I think it's balanced in all of the matchups. I just think it plays differently. So I think if you're going into a tournament and you're the player who doesn't actually veto this map on ladder, you have an advantage because you're going to be playing this map. You're going to have strategies for this map because you've played it, and they're going to be wasting a veto on Altazim. So I don't see any reason to veto this. I don't particularly like playing on it, but I think it's nice to keep it open. As you can see, I've got 80% win rate on it anyway, so it's not too bad at all. Then you got Frost. A beautiful standard map. There's nothing wrong with this map at all. Easy 3 base, easy 4 base, and then it gets a bit more difficult after 4 bases, but then you're basically playing a real game anyway, so yeah. This is just a great map. It's been in the map pool for quite a while now. Then we got Way Station, the most interesting map this season. The close positions is something I don't like on this map. It's just a bit too close. Like, Habitation Station is small, but a Way Station is even smaller. Way Station close positions. For those of you who don't know, you can only spawn in these positions, these two, or these two. You can't spawn like this and this. So you either get close or you get really long, which is almost Altazim length. And those positions are pretty fun to play. Really good against Protoss and Terran, once again, because the third base is so far away and you can get really big wide concaves. Also, this third base is taken a lot, but if they take that base, you still get a nice wide concave over here. So long positions are really nice versus all the races. Really good for Mute to ZBZ as well if you're into that. Then the close positions, they're pretty nasty, I'm not going to lie. Against the Terran player, probably going to veto them because it just helps them out so much. Against the Zerg player, I'd probably veto him as well because it's going to become kind of coin flippy with the 9 pools, the 14-14s, and the hatch first just because the distance is so close. Not too sure about Protoss. I don't think it affects ZVP that much generally because all-ins in ZVP are a similar strength on most maps. Like disregarding the length of them because of the warping mechanic. So yeah, they walk up to your base faster, but generally real all-ins only start once they start warping in. So the distance doesn't matter as much. It's more about the architecture of the map when it comes to ZVP all-ins. And everything is fairly wide open on this map, so I'm not sure how it plays out in ZVP. I haven't played it enough to know that. But in long positions, it's really nice. But close positions is nasty. But it can make for some very fun, aggressive games. But that's just my opinions on the maps, guys. I'm not vetoing anything this season. I don't think any of them are in that category where it's like, oh my god, this map is fucking awful. I can't play this shit. I'm gonna have 0% win rate. I think they're all pretty decent. Just Habitation, a bit too small. Way Station close, a bit too small. Rest of them, pretty nice. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed my views on the maps, and peace!
Links. So this kind of plays into that because you hit a really, well, not a super early, but you hit a really strong timing quite early in the game with 2 gas, and if a player is being too greedy going for that fast third, then you do